I've traveled 400 miles or equivalent to 640 kilometers across country to try out all this. Hello guys, it's Jordan from Jordan OK Review. Welcome back. Today we'll be talking about some of the IEM that you guys might not heard before. So I've traveled from Singapore all the way to Malaysia. It took me around 7 hours of bus ride. It was very tiring, but I think it's all very worth it. And this friend of mine is very generous that he have lent me all this to try. So disclaimer first, the session was very short, so it is only based off my library and very short impression, okay, very short listening impression, so please take a grain of salt. So first thing first, the IEM that you guys might not heard about is from AlphaOmega, a local brand in Malaysia. Just find that Malaysian, they are so talented, okay. You see Mr. Lee from Elysian is also from Malaysia, and this AlphaOmega is also from Malaysia. I guess they have a lot of ideas and vision. That's why they are doing such phenomenal things in the IEM world. So this brand, AlphaOmega, they come up with this Omegron, okay, an IEM that actually attracts me a lot because of their gimmicks, okay, So it has 3 tuning switches and an Apex module, okay. So if you guys are not aware, Apex module is usually used on IEM such as 64 audio or FIR audio, okay. It is a module that you can swap between, so you can have different amount of bass and you can have different amount of sound staging, okay. If you wanted more bass, then the air that being let out from the module itself is lesser, hence you have a lesser sound stage. Or vice versa, you want wider staging, okay, you wanted more air, then you will lose out a little bit of bass, right? So this is one of the reasons that I like 64 audio, the U6T, because of the module as well. So this IEM have it all, okay. This IEM have it all. It have tuning switches and Apex module at the same time, and the configuration of this IEM is 4 BM and 2 EST. So let me start off with the sound impression that I have on this. Very short impression I have is that for me, the bass here, it is not too bassy, okay. It's not too bassy, and then it is also, the mix is very smooth, very transparent, have a lot of transparency and clarity, and it also gives you that very warm kind of intimacy, okay, that a lot of people would like. It's just like, it's very warm and smooth listening session on this. And the highs is the star of the show on this IEM, because it is, although it's the same EST, okay, it's the same EST from it's from Sonian like all other EST driver does, but I just find that the way they tune this, okay, the way they tune this is very relaxing, okay, yet they bring out a lot of details, okay, a lot of details and good staging, okay. So I would think that this IEM, if it has more bass, it would have been perfect, okay, if it have been perfect. The only complaint I had was maybe of the staging, okay. Staging is not the best, maybe because the module that they are using, when the time I was trying this out, was they're using M20 module, which is a very bassy module, which I'm not a fan of, hence cutting down a lot of staging. So I don't have the time to swap up all the module to try out all the modules. But M20, the one that I was using, I was not a fan of this, okay. And even with M20 module, it's still not a very bassy IEM, okay. Although the bass driver that they're using is from Sonian, but I still find that it's still a little bit lacking, okay, still a little bit lacking. But at least I would say the tuning philosophy on this IM is smoothness and details, okay, and details, technicalities, everything is just fine here. Just too bad the bass, maybe if they have added a DD in there or extra 2 vented BA driver for the bass would have been better, alright, it have been better. But this is overall a very good IM, okay, a very good IM, and they even have artists to hand painted this IM shell, their faceplate, depends on your likings, okay. This design is from my friends, okay. My friend wanted and designed on one side to looks like Elysium, another side to his liking, which is in black and gold flakes. So just a very good company to start off with such kind of a special brand that you can do it the way you like it, alright. And the next one, we have something that it was very hot, okay, in back then, but now it just cooled down a little bit, okay. It's from Fearless, an IM that disappeared from Singapore, I believe, because of the store that carry it doesn't exist anymore, but I just miss it a lot, okay. Fearless do a lot of very nice and very good IM. I almost gotten S8Z as my custom last time, but the shop was closed down. This is the Fearless Dawn, okay. It's from, you guys know who? It's from Crinacle, was tuned by collab with Crinacle in the early days. So this IM, not a lot of people know about this because this is very expensive. This costs roughly around like $1,000 or $1,000, $400, I'm not sure. So it's quite expensive, okay, quite expensive. That's why not a lot of people are talking about it. But what I felt is that this IM reminds me of the good old days of Fearless, okay. They have their own house sound, and this is being perfected by Crinacle himself. I literally cannot find any flaws on this IM. You see, the bass is boosted, okay, in a good way. It doesn't bleed into the mids. The mids is very clean, very neutral, very flattish, okay, and also the highs is like the S8 house sound, which they have very good vocal, especially female vocals like you had gotten from the S8Z, and they are not aggressive in any way. They are not aggressive. Usually, I would say Fearless IM, the ones that I've tried, usually are quite tuned down in the treble region. So this is very detailed, yet okay, this is not aggressive in any way. I just cannot find any flaws on this. And another thing that this IM remind me of is the TA Audio Monarch Mark II. Just felt that it felt so similar, okay. It felt so similar. Maybe that's why Crinacle has ranked the Monarch Mark II to be the first, because he really liked this kind of signature, okay. There's nothing to nitpick about from this IM, okay, because I would say this is even better than the Monarch Mark II. Why? Because the shell is smaller, okay, smaller. It can fit more comfortably in your ear, because Monarch Mark II is just a little bit too gigantic, okay. So this, nothing to complain about this. This is, I would say, really a top of the line sounding tuning, okay, by Crinacle. The next one we have is from Unique Melody Mest 1, okay, the 1, not 2. So this IM, I give it a lot of tries, okay, give it a lot of tries, give it a lot of chances, but I just don't like it, okay. I don't like the Mest 2, I don't like the Mest 1, because both of them, they are a bit too much, okay, a bit too much. What I mean by too much is that they are very detailed IM, okay. Detail in the sense that give you a lot of macro and micro details all at the same time, okay. They give you good bass as well. So everything you want bass, you want details, you want vocal, everything that will just shove it all to you. It might be fun for first time listening. You would think that, wow, this is, I never realized that my song sounded in this way, okay. So but if you listen this down the road for half an hour or 2 hours, you will get fatigued. You will be fatigued by, it's not that it's sharp, okay, just that you get too much information in your ears, in your brain. So you needed a little time to digest it. So that's why I never really given this a chance, okay. I tried this out together with the Monarch Mark II last time to compare this to the Mest 2 and the Monarch Mark II. End up I just chosen the Monarch Mark II, okay. It's because it's just too much. But okay, my friend here is a genius, okay. He's a genius. he have did some modding on this, making this Mest one to sound fabulous. Okay, it's not the original Mest one that we all know about anymore. He has changed the cable on this. He has used a very thick cable. Then he has his own theory on how this has tamed this thing, holding down, and then make things become warmer. Okay, I'm not sure how all this work, but then I would think that it works. Okay, in a way it works. And then also he used a filter. Okay, this filter was being sold on Taobao, I believe, or maybe AliExpress. Okay, they have 4 different kind of filter, which all of them bring down different realms. Okay, like for example, that one I remember bringing down the bass, one bringing out the treble, and this one that he has chosen bring out all realms. Okay, average all realms, so it's for all frequencies. So the bass, the mids, the treble, everything was brought down by a little bit. Okay, now what have this became? This has become a very warm and nice sounding, not so intensive, and also it has crazy amount of staging. Okay, so I don't know how he do it, but then this is just phenomenal. Okay, for you guys out there, you find that your Mest one is a little bit too fatiguing to listen to. Okay, maybe try out some cables. Okay, some aftermarket cables, some better quality ones, or like his case, a thicker cable, and try out some filters. Okay, try out some filters. I wouldn't recommend filters that cut down treble, because I just find that the vocal, it will make the whole things to be very imbalanced. Okay, I tried this on my Oracle Mark II, and yeah, just a little bit very unnatural. Okay, just try out some filters that bring down everything, and this Mest one will become perfect. So out of all of them, every IM have their strengths. Okay, and the one I love most would be of course the Dawn, and second goes to the Omegron. Then lastly is this IM from Mest one, because I hold a bias on this. I don't like it. I don't really like it. Yeah, so that's why although now it's became good, but still I have my own bias on it. So this is my travel to Malaysia to try all this. Hope you guys prefer this kind of vlogging kind of experience. Okay, I hope I can travel more to try out all kind of niche IM. Okay, because nowadays IM, you guys know there are a lot of other people that are doing the same stuff. Okay, one IM you can have easily find a dozen of reviews out there, but sometimes I really prefer doing IM that are in a niche market. Okay, but they still sounded good. All right, that needed a lot needed a little bit more like. So that's all for the video today. Hope you guys like this kind of content. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye.